Hello guys, my name is Diane Moran. I am going to be starting a YouTube blog, and it is basically about positive thinking, and um I'm hoping that this helps. Um I'm going to be using some quotes from my book. So I am going to show you the book. Because I do not want to people to think that these are my words. They're not my words. They are from this book that I am reading. It is called A Year Positive Thinking. It's a daily inspirational and wisdom of courage book. It's by Cindy Spiegel. So I'm going to be harboring my thoughts on her ideas because I've been reading this book. I've had this book since, I believe it's been, I think it's been around May. I've had this book since May. I've been going on and off with it. I used to have another book, and it was called, it was a self-esteem book. And I used to read that every single day. I had it for 2 years, so I learned a lot from that book, but recently that book has gone missing, and I don't know what happened to it, and I don't plan on buying another one because I have this one, and this one pretty much helps me. So yeah. So some of my ideas would probably be based on the growth that I learned from my other books or just from daily living, and my goal is to help people. Maybe it could make somebody's day brighter, and that's what I'm here for. I love to put smiles on people's faces and hopefully make a difference. So, anyways, this book I will be starting off with today. Today is February 6th, and I will show you what the book looks like in the inside. So this is what it says. It's February 6th. I'm going to be starting from, I will start from every sentence and tell you how I feel about it. Or maybe it'll be better if I read it and then we could go sentence by sentence and evaluate. Actually, we could just evaluate each sentence because I'm thinking that could be helpful. So, first sentence says, for every day that you wake, be unbelievably grateful because somewhere there is someone else who will not. So, be grateful because out here, there's people who are not grateful, and they play victim, and they think that they just don't count their blessings. And I think it's always best to count even just a small amount of things that you have and be grateful for those things, because there's people that don't have much. And a lot of people, not a lot, there's some people that are in circumstances that they cannot get themselves out of, very dangerous situations, and a lot of the times some people are targeted, or other certain situations or circumstances. If you are going through something, you should always speak up about it to people who are of like a trusted, like a social worker or a teacher or police or a therapist, or just always seem to you. It's always best to if you're dealing with difficulties, to speak about the things that you're going through, because it will help. So I've had experiences where I've learned that say you are a teenager, and you're going through some things at home. It may be hard for you at home, and say this is a situation that may be happening, and I'm only saying this because I want to protect other people, just in case, situations like this may arise. So say there is any circumstances, like it could be you're in foster care, you're at home, or something like that, and the situation um, is not a stable environment or a healthy environment. You feel threatened, you feel abused, or for any other reason that you are not happy where you are, and you just want to get out of that situation. Just know that it's always best to speak to people who you can trust, people that you know. Don't You should always establish boundaries with people, and boundaries is very important because there's some people that will take information that you give them and they use it against you. Um, there is a topic, it's called sex trafficking, and I think it's an epidemic, something that's crazy. It's going on, and it's an epidemic in Long Island. So just watch out for that. There are people, like if teenagers, they're unhappy at home, and they're sharing that on the internet. Nowadays, it's very easy to have, for teenagers to have access to the internet, and they it's very easy for teenagers to have access to the internet, and sometimes they're sharing a little too much they're sharing a little bit too much about themselves, and there are people who are predators. There's pedophiles all over the internet, and they will use the information that you are sharing against you. um, they will gain your trust, and then they will take advantage, and that's just one of the examples um, that people aren't grateful, and they don't know how to use the resources. They just are living their life by hurting others, and that isn't fair. But just know that there is craziness going on, and it's always, 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 always best to keep your head above the waters. Always best to be strong, and remind yourself that there is always a sunshine after a rainy day. Every situation is temporary. Every situation is temporary. Not everybody has the same life. Everybody has their own adversities, their own difficulties. This is the game of life, and you have to play the game. Everybody has to play it to be responsible. We turn into adults, and yeah. So you basically just stay strong, and just like I said, don't turn. You should never turn a temporary problem into a permanent solution, because everything is temporary. Every problem that you may have is only temporary. And if you're strong, if you need help, if you need therapy, if you need anything, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to a therapist, and just make sure that you are going to people who you can confide in, people who will keep your secrets, and people who will just, you will know when those people are good to you. Just look in the right places. Maybe it's at church. Maybe it's just out about in the community, and it's, if I want to say, like, just be grateful for the things that you have now. Like, you have yourself, and when you're building on yourself every single day, then the things will come into place. There's a time and a place for everything. So now we're going to move on to the next sentence. It says, for every moment that you concern yourself with the goings on of others, keep in mind that they too have problems. So basically saying that if you are concerned about the materialistic things that people have, or the different lifestyles that people live, and you're concerning yourself and you're comparing, I don't really think that's fair to compare yourself to other people, because if you compare yourself, I don't think you're putting yourself at, it's not fair to you, because you don't know the life that, like, you know, it's always good to just be, I don't want to, like, everybody works for what they have, despite not anything in this world comes for free. So whatever the circumstances may be, just know that if you work for something, you will see a result. If you want something, you need to really you know, work for what you want, and eventually, if you dream about it and you want it, then you will have it, but you need to work for it, and you will see results. So that's my idea of that thought. Next sentence. For every second that you doubt the authenticity of your loving relationships, consider that many people are alone. So I think about that. I don't really know. Maybe it's just everybody has their fallbacks. Everybody with people that they love. I guess that's really what it means. But I don't agree with, like, keeping people in your life that are using you, or that just don't have your best interest in mind. Because the authenticity of a loving relationship. So you choose who you have in your life, and that those people should be for of a good reason. So I don't think people should be judging other people. I think that's what it means. But if people do care about you, you know, they're calling you and stuff, just show them that you care, but always keep your distance if you don't feel like those people are going to treat you correctly. So keep your distance, and always choose yourself first. It's okay to say no. You don't always have to say yes to everything, because when you are, sometimes saying no is also another form of showing somebody that you love them, that you care about them. Because if you're constantly saying yes, then you are inhibiting that behavior that you don't think is okay, basically. So yeah, so let me see. Yeah, there's many people that are alone, and you should be happy that you have people that care, but always look in the right places, and the people that you really want in your life, you keep them close, and You don't have to share your business with everybody. You don't need to share your business with everybody because not everybody has your best interest in mind. So, yeah, so I think that's what I think about that. So, next sentence. For each moment that you question your own worthiness, realize that you are the exact amount of enough. You are more than enough. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. I can't stress that enough. You should always say to yourself, I am worthy of respect. I am worthy to be treated with dignity. I am worthy of that all. Don't ever second guess yourself. Don't let anybody change your mind about the things that you believe in.
Can you stop with your ass?
It's always best to protect yourself and do things that are going to keep you healthy and sane. And
like she was trying to get the pee-pee pad. Like this.
If something doesn't seem right, then walk away.
Like what is she doing?
Sorry, excuse me. Walk away. Yeah. Next sentence. Appreciate the beauty in everything, knowing that one day it will be long gone. Appreciate the beauty in everything, knowing every day everything will be long gone. Like I said, everything is temporary. Not everything is permanent. So live your day just appreciating the things that you have for the now, because someday
is it like a bone?
it can all be taken away. The blink of an eye, it can all be gone.
I think I might have had one of those.
So appreciate it as the time goes. And count your blessings. Count what you have. Be grateful. Every day is a new day to change. Make a change, make a difference, to make an impact.
So Reina's a big fan of like hiding herself.
And
so she used to hide herself all the time underneath the couch.
Yes.
And then just mad dust. I was like, this is